matchup lead their team to victory. It's Manning's Giant. So let's get you up to Pittsburgh. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Coming up, we've got the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Down for 2nd down. The play clock's running down. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. They run again with Jennings. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now, it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
7 yards remaining here on 3rd down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Manning. He's got time. Over the middle to Beckham. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Shift together here from the D-line.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup. And it'll be a New York first. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment. We're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. So 2nd and 10 here. Play clock winding down. To throw is Manning. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Here's Jennings. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now, that was impressive by the defense. They just got hit for a big pass play, and instead of rushing out and getting back deep to cover, they played their techniques, saw the run develop, and ran to it and made the play.
They're going to run. It's Jennings. Muscles him off. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. A long drive here, play 12 coming up for the offense. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. This is Jennings. Shreds the tackle, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Now it's Jennings. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Rashad Jennings taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's funny, partner, Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Eluding the now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away. A teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And that's going to make it 4th down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ladarius Green, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Second down now after the pass completion. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And Charles, Victor Cruz, the injury bug, it's been following him around a little bit, hasn't it?
It's been difficult last couple of years for him. Knee injury, calf injury, groin injury this season. And Sterling Shepard terrific pickup in the draft is almost his carbon copy. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Manning now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it'll be fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run with Whitlock, the fullback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 3. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come out here in the eye. Jennings. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And brought in by Jarrell Adams. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Here's Jennings on the toss. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Finding time. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He's got time in the pocket. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching. The ball as they are running.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Manning indeed going for it on 4th. Surveying the field. All kinds of time. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the Steelers set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he floated one out there incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Penalty marker is down here, and the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Roethlisberger will throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Giants are going to get the football. They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Cuts left. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 35 that time. And that leads to a New York first down.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? It's patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, oh, he's come alive, and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
Manning now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one